Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Eva Matejska, and I'm a technical program manager on the TensorFlow team.
And hi, I'm Jason Mays. I'm a developer advocate on the TensorFlow JS team.
So I hear you'll be telling us about TensorFlow.js.
Indeed.
What is it?
Very good question. Essentially, TensorFlow JS allows you to run machine learning anywhere that JavaScript can run. And that's actually in many places, such as in the web browser, on the back end in Node.js, on React Native for mobile apps, and even on Internet of Things, such as a Raspberry Pi.
So why would I use it instead of, let's say, Python?
Good question. So essentially, we have several superpowers depending where you're executing, so be it on the server side or on the client side. Now, on the client side, one of the key features is privacy. So that allows you to do all the inference on the client machine, not having to send that data to a remote server somewhere, which might be critical for certain types of data that you're dealing with. Now, linked to that, we also have lower latency because there's no server-side call. You don't have to go from client to server and back again to get the answer. And then, of course, moving on from there is cost. Because there's no server involved, you don't have to have a GPU running 24/7 just to do that inference. And then the final point there is reach and scale. Because anyone with a web browser can simply go to a link and open that up, it just works out of the box. So there's no need to install a complex Linux environment with all the CUDA drivers and everything else. And this is particularly important for maybe researchers because they could actually then utilize everyone in the world to try out their model that they've just launched and see the performance and those edge cases that they may have not detected when doing it just with a few people in the lab.
Do you have any demos for me?
Of course.
Awesome.
So I've got, in addition to the existing demos that are open source and available online, such as object detection and pose estimation and body segmentation, we're going to launch 3 new ones at Dev Summit this year. So here we go. Let's walk through those now. Now, the first one is FaceMesh. And as you can see, it's running in real time here in the browser. As I move my face around, it's tracking it pretty well, opening and closing my mouth. And if I bring you in as well at the same time, it can track more than one face.
Wow, even with glasses.
Even with glasses.
Yeah.
And so this is actually tracking 468 unique points on each of our faces and then rendering it to the screen. And we're even showing that in 3D on the right-hand side there in WebGL, so we can actually represent a 3D model of your face in real time, which is pretty cool.
How is it getting such awesome performance?
Very good question. One key thing with TensorFlow JS on the client side is that it supports multiple backends to execute on. So if there's no specialist hardware, we can run on the CPU, of course, which is the fail-safe. But if there's a graphics card, we can actually leverage WebGL to do all that mathematics for you on the graphics card at high performance. And we recently released WebAssembly support as well to get more consistent performance across maybe older mobile devices on the CPU as well. So you can choose your flavor.
Very cool.
Moving on to the next demo, we also have HandPose. And you can see here that this can track my hands in much the same way we're doing the face earlier, but this time with my hand. And this can track 21 unique points on my hand. So you can imagine how you might use this for something like gesture or maybe even sign language. The choice is yours, whatever creative ideas you might have in your mind. And then finally, we have mobile BERT. And if I just refresh the page here, you can see the model loading. And if we click continue, we can now essentially ask questions about this piece of text that we have on the screen. So I could ask something like, what is TensorFlow? And you can see it's managed to find the answer to that question for us in the web browser. So this could be really useful if you're on a really large website or a research paper, and you just want to jump to a specific portion of knowledge without having to read the whole thing. This could help you do that. And of course, BERT itself can be used for many other things, but this is the Q&A model that we've got working today so far.
And where, can you remind me again, where can I see the source code for these?
Sure. So all of this stuff is available on our GitHub repository online. Just search TensorFlow.js in Google and you'll find our homepage with all the good links that you need, and maybe even in the description of the video as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us.